Hi there, this is a fine trap in the Richter Rauzer variation of the Sicilian, and it's called Night on the Rim is Far from Dim, and it's down no small number of grandmasters, so it's well worth studying. White opens e4, black the Sicilian c5, after knight f3 d6, d4, c takes d4, knight takes on d4, knight f6 hitting e4 and knight c3 defending. Black plays the classical line knight c6, and after bishop g5 and e6 we have the Richter Rauzer variation of the Sicilian. White plays according to theoretical lines queen d2, intending long castling, and after bishop e7 black is going to castle on the short side, so we're going to have opposite side castlings, which always lends itself to explosive positions. So after white castles, black sometimes trades here on d4, knight takes d4, queen takes d4, and now castles. White starts rolling his kingside pawns with f4, and queen a5 by black shows black's intentions for attacking on the queen side. And in this position, it's a very common theoretical position where at least three world champions, Anatoly Karpov, Magnus Carlsen, and Vishy Anand, have all played bishop c4 in this position. Also worth considering is the sensible prophylactic move, king b1. But there's another interesting alternative in the trappy move e5, and that's been played by grandmasters Nepomniachtchi and Sutovsky. If d takes on e5, and now queen takes on e5, if black trades queens with queen takes e5, white's going to stand slightly better after f takes on e5. So black perhaps might want to avoid the trade of queens. b5 is an extremely aggressive move by black. It's a gambit line which offers black chances along open lines on the queen side if the pawn is taken. But if black declines trading queens with queen b6, then it's game over, because usually a knight on the rim is dim. Here this is one of the many exceptions. Knight a4 hits the queen, and now black is losing in all variations, at least a piece. Let's have a look. First of all, black has to try and save the queen. Let's have a look first at queen b4. If queen b4 is played, then we have a rook lift. Rook d4 targets the queen. If black counters with knight to g4, hitting the white queen, then white is winning. Rook takes b4, knight takes e5, and white is picking up the bishop on e7, so white is at least a piece up. So instead of queen to b4, let's have a look at queen f2. After queen f2, rook to d2 is winning material again, and black is losing. And the main variation, queen c6, will be met by bishop b5 hitting the queen. The queen really doesn't have anywhere to go. If knight g4 targeting the white queen, then queen back to e2 is hitting the knight, and the queen remains under fire as well. White is winning. And if instead, after bishop b5, if black might try queen takes on g2, then white's going to be winning with the new g file which has just opened up. White will play rook hg1 hitting the queen, and if either queen takes on h2 or queen to h3, then white's going to pick up material after bishop takes on f6, because if bishop takes f6, queen takes f6, and the pawn on g7 is pinned, and white is seriously materially ahead. White's going to go on to win this. So this has been a trap in the Richter Rauzer variation of the Sicilian. It's called Night on the Rim is Far from Dim. Hope you found it useful, and thanks for watching. Bye bye.